So today our topic is union. Before learning this video, please learn the structure videos of this series. Otherwise, you can't get this video clearly. The link is given in the description. So what is union? Union is a keyword in C language. Same like structure, union is also a keyword in C language. The syntax of union is very similar to structure. It is also used to create a custom data type or user defined data type. By union, you can create your own data type. A union is a special type available in C that allows storing different data types in the same memory location. Within union, there may be different data type available, but they can share the same memory location. You can define a union with many members, but only one member can contain a value at a given time. Union provides an efficient way of using the same memory location for multiple purposes. By union, we can save memory and we can share memory, and it gives the efficient way to share memory for multiple purposes. A union is a variable that may hold at different time objects of different types and size, with the compiler keeping track of size and alignment requests. Union members are accessed in the same manner as we access structure member. In case of structure, we can access by dot operator. In case of union, you can also access by dot operator. So how you can define union? The syntax is given. First, you have to write the keyword union, same like structure, struct. Here you have to write union. Then tag. Tag means what? Union is a keyword. Tag is the name of the union. Tag is any name of your choice. It becomes the name of user defined data type. So first you have to write union, then the name of your choice. Then type is any data type. And always remember to give the semicolon after union body, same like structure. You can define a union either inside a function block or outside the function block. If you declare any union, define any union inside the function block, then it is called local definition. And if you define it outside the function block, then it is called global definition of union. Locally defined union can only be accessed in the body of the block. Globally defined union can be used anywhere in the program. Declaring variables of union. How you can declare union variables? First, you can declare union variables either along with the union definition or afterward. Means first you have to write union keyword, then union name. Our name is my data. Then the variables, member variables, int a, float b, character c, in this way, and then the variable of my data union. So you can declare either along with the union definition, this is along with the union definition, or you can declare afterwards. Means what? The variable of aim of type my data created along with the union definition, this aim is created along with the union definition. You can also declare variables anytime after defining the structure. See here, we declare union here, and in main we declare the variable of type my data. Okay, so you have to write union my data union. Here we declare union my data u1 in main. Now the example of union. Here I declare one union. The name of the union is my data, and the member variables are one integer variable a, one float variable b, and one character variable c. And the variable of my data is m. I declare another variable of my data type. It is u1. So what is the size of m or u1? So the maximum, see here, when I declare this variable in memory, say it is u1. So what are the member variables? Member variables are int take 4 bytes, character take 1 bytes, and float take 4 bytes. If it is structured, then how many number of bytes our U1 variable takes. If it is structure, then it takes 9 bytes, 4 plus 4 plus 1. But in case of U1, it takes the maximum bytes amongst all the bytes. So which one is the maximum? 4. So value size of U1 is 4. So if I print the size of union, the variable E1 or this variable M will be large enough to hold the largest of the three types. So size of E1 must be 4. So see, when I run the program, we get the size of E1 is 4. So among all member variable, whose size is greater among all member variables? It is int or float, 4 bytes. So it takes 4 bytes. Accessing union variables. How you can access union variables? So these are the union variables you want to access this. So I declare one union my data, and the variables are member variables are int a, float b and character c. So to access union member variables, you have to use dot operator. Dot operator is called member access operator, same like structure. In case of structure, you have to write struct my data. In case of union, you have to write union my data. And don't forget to give this semicolon, same like structure. The syntax is same as you used in structure. Now in main, I declare one variable of my data type. So you have to write union my data E1. Now in memory, this is our union variable. This is our E1 variable. E1 variable. Now it takes how many bytes? See here, int take 4 bytes, float take 4 bytes, character take 1 byte. So which one is the largest? 4, 4, 1. So E1 takes the largest among all bytes. So it is 4 bytes. So size of E1 is 4 bytes. Now I want to assign 5 to this variable a. So you have to write E1 dot a equals to 5. So here I store 5. Now I want to print it. So you have to write E1 dot a, percentage d E1 dot a, printf percentage d E1 dot a. So you print 5. Now when I write E1 dot b equals to 3.5, in b I want to store 3.5. Then here 3.5 is stored. So the same location is shared among all the variable of union. So in place of 5, 5 will be erased and 3.5 will be stored here. So the same location is shared here. And then when I write float value, when I print float value E1 dot b, it will print what? It will print 3.5. Now I want to store in C the value a. So when I want to print here, it will print a, and same location is shared here. So in place of 3.5 here, it will store a. So you can store only one value at a time in E1. You can store only one value at a time in E1. It shares the same memory space to store value of mentioned type. So you can access value which is most recently used. So if you want to access, then you can access the value which is most recently stored. So when you store 3.5, you can print 3.5. When you store a, you can print a. When you store 5, you can print 5. Any one of these type may be assigned to E1 and then used in expression. So long as the usage is consistent, the type retrieved must be the type of most recently stored. It is the programmer's responsibility to keep track of which type is currently stored in a union. So it is the programmer's responsibility to remember which type is currently stored in a union. The result are implementation dependent. So see the code when you run the program. So this is our union my data int a, float b, character c, and don't forget to give this semicolon. Now I declare one variable my data union of type my data u1. then u1 dot a equals to 5, you want to print 5, u1 dot b equals to 3.5, you want to print 3.5, and u1 dot c equals to a, you want to print a. Now see here u1 dot a equals to 5 and u1 dot b equals to 3.5. You want to print 5 and you want to print 3.5. So when you run the program, see int value is 5, float value is 3.5 and character value is a. Now see, if I want to, after assigning 3.5 to b, if I want to again print the value of a. I repeat, after assigning u1 dot b equals to 3.5 and after printing, if I want to again print u1 dot a, now what is the content of u1? Content of u1 is now u1 is 3.5 now, and I want to print u1 dot a. So run the program. See here, I want to give one slash n here. Then B will be more clear. See, when I want to print e1 dot a, it is 5. e1 dot b, it is 3.5. Again, I want to print e1 dot a. So it gives garbage because this location is already occupied by the value 3.5. So in this way, you can prove that E1 shared the same memory location. E1 variables are shared the same memory locations. Another example of union. See here, I am declaring one union named A, and the variables of union are one integer variable I and one character array of size 2. Character array of size 2, it is character ch2. Now I declare one union variable key. So in memory it takes how many bytes? Int takes 4 bytes and this character array takes 2 bytes. So actually the variable key takes 4 bytes. Now I want to store here ch0 location, means I want to store key.ch0 equals to a. So here it stored a. Now if I want to print key.ch0, it will print a. Now I want to store key.i equals to 512. So here it is 512. Now if I want to print key.i, it will print 512. Now again I want to print key.ch0, but this location is already occupied by the value 512. So if I want to print key.ch0, then it gives 0. It will print 0. Now I store key.ch1 equals to b. So here it is b. So if I want to print key.ch1, it will print b. So in this way, union variable share the same memory location. See, when you see the code first. So this is our union int I character ch2. So this is character variable and this is our union variable key. Now I store key.ch0 equals to a, so it prints a. Then key.i equals to 512, it prints 512. Again if I want to print key.ch0, it gives 0. And then key.ch1, it prints b. If I want to run the program, see key.ch0, it prints a, key.i, it prints 512. Again if I want to access key.ch0 value, it gives 0 because this memory location is already occupied by the value 512. And then key.ch1, it prints b. In this way, union variable shares the same memory location. Comparison between structure and union. In case of structure, the separate memory location is allotted to each member of the structure. But in case of union, the same memory location is shared among each member of the union. In case of structure, the declaration is first you have to write struct keyword, then structure name, then member variable type and member variables, and the variable name, then semicolon. In case of union, the declaration is same, but in place of struct keyword, you have to write union. So here the keyword is struct and here the keyword is union. Size of structure. Size of structure equal to sum of size of all the data members. See here, I declare one structure item and the data members are int x, float y, character z. So what is the size of I1? It is 4 plus 4 plus 1, that is 9 bytes. But in case of union, size of union equal to size of largest member. So here among all data members whose size is greater, it is 4 bytes. Either int or float, it is 4 bytes. So here I1 takes 4 bytes. Structure stores distinct values for all the members, but union stores same value for all the members. And structure provides single way to view each memory location, but union provides multiple way to view same memory location. So this is your homework. Try to solve all the problem. Pause your video. Try to solve all the problem and answer me in the comment section. What is the output of this program? I am waiting for your reply. That's all for today. Thank you. For getting more and more updates, please subscribe my channel.